9-year-old Ali loved puzzles and colors. One rainy evening, he and his father visited a local art gallery in Lahore. One painting caught Ali's eye: a foggy street, a bench, and a woman in red. It looked ordinary, but Ali noticed something strange. The red woman had 6 fingers. He pointed it out to his father, who dismissed it as just art. But Ali couldn't stop staring. Back home, Ali searched the artist's name: Rafay Shakir, a famous but reclusive painter. He scrolled through more of Rafay's paintings online. To his shock, every painting had a small detail, a hidden message, an extra limb, a blurred face. Then, he stumbled upon a forum post: Rafay's paintings match real murder scenes. Ali clicked deeper. A user had posted side-by-side images, a painting of a drowning man and a real news photo from 3 years ago. The resemblance was chilling. Ali didn't know it yet, but he had just opened a door to a dark world hidden behind beautiful brushstrokes. And now, someone new. Ali had noticed. Ali couldn't sleep. The images from Rafay Shakir's paintings haunted him. Each one seemed to predict or depict a real murder. He revisited the painting of the red woman. The background had a faded street sign: K17. Curious, he searched K17 woman Lahore. To his shock, a missing person report from 2020 popped up. A woman named Samira had vanished from Kareem Block, House 17, wearing red. Ali gasped. It's her. The woman in the painting wasn't imaginary. She was real and possibly dead. But no one had connected the dots. Not the police, not her family. No one. Until now. Ali printed the image and took it to school, showing it to his best friend Sana. She believed him instantly. This is not just a painting, she whispered. It's a confession. Together they checked Rafay's upcoming exhibit. Another painting was scheduled to be revealed soon: The Sleeping Garden. The teaser showed a blurred statue and Rosie's butt now. Ali knew to look closer. He zoomed in. Hidden in the shadows was a woman's shoe, buried under soil. Another victim, another secret, and this time, maybe they could stop it before it was too late. But someone else was watching and listening. Ali and Sana skipped tuition the next day and rode their bikes to the Zaytun Art Gallery, where Rafay Shakir's latest painting, The Sleeping Garden, was on early display for V. Pretending to be the children of buyers, they slipped inside. The gallery was silent, the air thick with polish and perfume. And there it was, the painting. Up close, it was even more disturbing. The garden seemed peaceful, until you noticed the shadowy silhouette of a woman lying beneath the roses. Her hair spread like roots. Sana whispered, "She's not sleeping, she's buried." Ali nodded, terrified but determined. He snapped a photo on his phone. Suddenly a voice startled them. "You kids lost." A tall man in a black coat loomed behind them. It was Rafay Shakir himself. Ali froze. Rafay's cold smile didn't reach his eyes. "You like my work?" he asked, eyes locked on Ali's phone. "Art speaks only to those who listen closely." The children quickly nodded and left, hearts pounding. Outside, Ali checked his phone. The photo was gone. Deleted. Night. Someone threw a rock through Ali's window. It had a note: "Stop looking, or you'll be next in the painting." Ali didn't tell his parents about the rock or the note. Who would believe him? Instead, he and Sana began digging, figuratively and literally. Using the clues from The Sleeping Garden, they searched local parks with rose gardens. One location stood out: Golzer Public Park, where a woman had gone missing last spring. At dawn, they sneaked into the park with a small shovel. Near a bed of overgrown roses, Ali felt something hard beneath the soil. He dug faster. A torn scarf, a shoe, and then bonus. He dropped the shovel, gasping. It's real. He really buried her here. Before they could call the police, they heard a camera shutter. From the bushes, a figure ran. Someone had been watching them, filming them. Sana shouted, "They'll think we did it." They ran home, terrified. Later that day, the news broke. Human remains discovered in Golzer Park. Investigation underway. Ali, fingerprints were all over the shovel. He knew the truth, but now, he was a suspect. And Rafay, he was already preparing his next masterpiece. Its name: The Guilty Child. In the shadows of his studio, a new canvas waited, and the face he painted looked eerily familiar. Ali stared at the breaking news on TV. The park discovery had gone viral. But what shook him most wasn't the body. It was the painting now posted on Rafay's art blog, The Guilty Child. It showed a boy mid-run, muddy hands, terrified eyes. Ali's eyes. The background, a rose garden. How did he paint this so fast? Sana whispered. He wasn't even there. Ali's blood turned cold. He was. Someone took pictures when we found the body. Worse, police arrived at his school the next day, not to arrest but to question him. Just routine, they said, but Ali knew better. His name was already in their files. Rafay had made sure of it. That evening, Sana searched deeper into Rafay's past. His name wasn't real. He used a fake identity. His real name was Salman Rafiq, a failed photojournalist turned painter. 10 years ago, his wife was murdered. The case was never solved. Maybe that's how it started, Sana guessed. He began painting murders because he couldn't solve his wife's, but now he's doing more than painting them. Ali said he's recreating them, one painting at a time, and his next victim was already chosen. Ali couldn't risk waiting. He and Sana knew the police wouldn't believe them, not without proof. So, they made a bold plan. Find Rafai's studio. They traced his social media photos, angles of windows, shadows on the walls, hints of buildings outside. Finally, Sana matched a skyline from one photo to a location, an abandoned textile mill, on the city's edge. At nightfall, they slipped through the broken gate of the crumbling mill. Inside, they found canvases stacked high, paint buckets scattered like bones. But in one locked room, they discovered what they feared most, a dark room, filled with printed photographs, photos of victims, taken before the murders. And then, one photo stopped Ali's heart. It was of him, from 2 days ago, standing near the park roses. He looked around the studio and saw the unfinished painting on the easel. It was titled The Final Brushstroke, and on the canvas was Ali, lying on the ground, eyes closed, blood on his shirt. Sana grabbed Ali's arm. We have to go. Now. But it was too late. The door creaked behind them. Rafai stood there, brush in hand, smiling. Rafai stepped into the studio, calmly closing the door behind him. Curiosity, he said softly, is dangerous, especially in children. Ali and Sana backed away. You're the one behind the murders, Ali shouted. Rafai's smile widened. No, I just preserve them, immortalize their final truth. He gestured to the unfinished painting of Ali. You should feel honored. Not everyone gets remembered like this. Sana scanned the room for an escape. A metal pipe leaned against the wall. Quietly, she edged toward it. Rafai took a step closer. You two should never have come here. But since you did, he lunged. Sana grabbed the pipe and swung hard. Crash. It struck Rafai's shoulder. He howled in pain, dropping his brush. Ali kicked over a can of red paint, sending it spilling across the floor. They bolted past him, slipping through the dark hallway as Rafai chased them. Limping and cursing, they burst out into the night and ran to the nearest building with lights, a mechanic's workshop. The workers called the police as Rafai vanished into the shadows. Minutes later, the police arrived, but the studio emptied. Every canvas, every photo, gone. And now, no one believed them, except one detective, who had seen Rafai's art before. Detective Faraz Malik was quiet as he flipped through the gallery photos Ali and Sana had printed earlier. His office was dim, lit only by a small desk lamp. On his wall hung a painting he had bought years ago, one of Rafai's earliest works. A man sitting on a bench, lonely, peaceful. Until now. Ali looked closer and whispered, that's the man who was murdered outside the train station in 2018. Faraz froze. He turned to the kids. I thought it was just art. I didn't know. His voice trailed off. He stood and pulled open a drawer, revealing a folder marked Unsolved Cases, Patterned Murders. Dozens of photos spilled out, each matching a Rafai painting. I've been following him quietly, Faraz said, but I had no proof. Until now. Sana asked, why didn't you stop him? He's careful. He leaves no fingerprints, no weapons, only art. And no one believes a painting can be evidence. Ali pulled out his phone, but we saw his studio. Faraz nodded. Then we'll catch him together. He handed them both something small, tracking watches. If he comes for you again, I'll know exactly where. But outside, Rafai was already watching them painting from his car window. That night, Ali's parents got a call from an unknown number. A deep voice said, your son is in danger. Come to house 27, Canal Street if you want answers. Then, silence. Ali, Sana, and Detective Faraz rushed to the location. The house was abandoned, its windows shattered, the paint peeling. Inside, everything was eerily quiet until they found a new painting on an easel, still wet with oil. It showed Ali's family, his parents, Ali, and even Sanal standing in a burning house. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them. Gas hissed from the walls. Faraz pulled out a cloth and covered the kids' mouths. Out. Now. They broke a window and escaped seconds before a blast shook the house behind them. Sirens screamed in the distance. Fire trucks, police. But Rafai again was gone. Faraz stared at the painting's title, scribbled at the bottom, the portrait of silence. He's escalating. Faraz muttered. It's no longer about art. It's personal now. Ali looked up. He's trying to erase us like brushstrokes. But we're still here, Faraz agreed. Then let's end his story before he finishes the final frame. Tomorrow, they'd set a trap and bait it with the one thing Rafai couldn't resist, a masterpiece. The trap was simply yet brilliant. Detective Faraz announced a secret exhibit online, claiming to reveal never-before-seen paintings from Rafai Shakir's early career. The post promised the only work Rafai ever feared. The location? A fake private gallery with hidden cameras and plainclothes officers. Ali and Sana stood inside, nervously watching the door. An hour passed. Then he came, dressed like any other guest. Rafai entered calmly, eyes scanning the room. When he reached the center wall, he froze. Before him hung a fake painting titled The Killer Revealed, a digital rendering made to resemble one of his own, showing a masked man holding a brush dripping with blood. He smiled. That's not bad, Rafai said softly, but you forgot one thing. He pulled a knife from his coat. I never leave without a real signature. Suddenly, the lights blasted on. Officers surrounded him. Faraz stepped forward. "It's over, Rafay." But Rafay didn't resist. He looked at Ali and Sana and said, "Art doesn't die, it waits." As he was handcuffed, Ali whispered to Sana, "We stopped him." But months later, in a small gallery overseas, a painting appeared titled, "Two Children Watching Me Burn." Rafay may be gone, but his art lives on.